In the last class, we discussed about the QM integration with EWM. We have discussed about the configuration and as well as the test run. So today we'll discuss about production planning integration with EWM. Okay, so generally
It
80
is
to
still
95.
pending. It is still pending the part of the partial release inspection
Yeah,
type. Okay.
that is still pending. Yeah. So generally, so these days, the current industries are actually most of the industries which have the production facilities besides their warehouse. So uh, this they are implementing production planning and then integrated with the EWM. So this is quite important topic, and we are going to discuss about the configuration, how we perform the staging onto the PSAs, okay, production supply area, and then we perform the consumption. Okay, so I'll show you the settings which are related in the S4, which are also done by the PP consultant, and also the configurations. And there are few configurations which are to be done in EWM, and then we need to integrate on the delivery types from the S4 to EWM, and then we'll run a test run. Okay, we have couple of scenarios to test, so we'll go one by one.
Good.
Okay, so first thing, whenever like if you are manufacturing some finished goods, for that you need to have a components. Okay, so for that we will create the material. Like we will go step by step. First thing, we are going to discuss about the single order staging. Okay, and then we'll go about cross order staging, and then we have another staging called crate part staging. So single order staging, so these are the types of staging. Whenever you pick the components and place it on the PSA, so there are different types of staging. For example, if you have uh, 10 inches of mat 1 on the PSA and 10 inches of mat 2 on the PSA, if you create a production order, and if you want to uh, manufacture mat 3, for that you have mat 01 and mat 02 as the components. For example, this is material 01, and this is your finished goods FG. For this you have components. For this components required is mat 2 and mat 3. So we maintain a BOM. Okay, BOM is nothing but bill of material. In that, what we maintain is we maintain the ratio for how much, if in order to manufacture one each of mat 01, how many components you want to consume. Okay, so in that case, I will maintain, for example, I would require 2 inches of mat 2 and 2 inches of mat 3. Okay.
I don't know if we can also do it some scenario where I have a component, but then for that combination I got a semi-finished good, and then in another room I know if I need to move that stuff for a work center, or I know, and then consume for another finishes. That semi-finished good can be consumed for a finished good product.
Okay, you want it to be like this as a semi-finished good, correct?
And then use it for to
Okay,
get
okay. Yes, that is
okay.
also possible.
Okay.
Okay.
It could be it's called like rework, no?
So
No?
that is rework, you mean? I didn't
No,
get it.
I was wondering if it's called rework, or that's a different thing. If
No, no,
I
no.
have some
It is a standard process that is purely
okay.
production planning. So for that you maintain a BOM, and again for that
Okay.
finished good you again maintain a BOM.
Okay.
That will be a part of other finished good BOM.
Okay, good. Good.
Okay. So for example, this is the PSA. Okay. For example, this is, or what I can do is Okay, this is my warehouse. My products, my components are sitting here. Okay, CMP1 and CMP2. This is my PSA here where I stage my products, and this is my manufacturing unit. This is my production. Okay, so I create a production. I create a production order in CO01. Okay, this order is distributed to EWM in the form of PMR. Okay, so in that PMR, we actually maintain whether these components are relevant for single order staging, cross order staging, or not relevant for staging. Okay, for example, if you consider that these products are relevant for single order staging. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll copy this and I'll paste it here, meaning the products are moved to the PSA. Okay, these products are now, the components are now sitting in the PSA. Single order staging, for example, if my PMR number, for example, I have created a PMR and the PMR number is 001. Okay, so whenever I perform the staging with respect to this PMR, and when the stock is moved to the PSA, this will have the stock reference. Meaning you can only consume these components with reference to this production order. You cannot consume these components CMP1 and CMP2 with reference to order 002. Is that understood, Rogelio?
Yeah, that is PMR.
Yes.
So PMR is good. You have a reference to a work order, production order.
Yes.
Okay.
Like in S4 we have inbound delivery, and in EWM we have inbound delivery. So in the similar case, we have in S4, when the production order is created, it is distributed. It is created as PMR in EWM, and in EWM you will see the components. Okay, so this I'm going to show you. So single order staging is nothing but whenever you perform the staging with reference to that production order, that those components can only be consumed with reference to that particular production order. You cannot consume the components to the other production order. That is what I wanted to explain.
Okay, good.
Okay, so we will discuss this cross order staging. Cross order staging in the next class. So today we'll only discuss about single order staging.
Okay.
Okay. So first we need to create the materials in MM01. Okay. The finished goods and the components. So let us create the master data.
Sorry, now that you said that, I also heard that PP it could be managed with integrated or not integrated, right?
You mean you want to store the components in ERP and then produce in EWM? Is that you want to say?
No, I mean, I heard that if you can have the model integrated with PP, then you will be doing the staging and using the PSA and so. But then I heard that if it's not integrated, it could be handled with outbound or inbound delivery, right? Or
yes,
it's not possible.
Yes. Yes. This is the one which I'm explaining you is advanced production integration. Okay.
Exactly.
We also have delivery based integration. So if we are like that is controlled in the production scheduling profile. Okay. That production scheduling profile actually tells whether you are performing whether you are using advanced production integration or delivery based production integration. Advanced production integration is called, you use PMR. It is the replica of production order in S4. Okay. But when you are using delivery based, in that case, whenever you release the production order in S4, it will create outbound delivery and inbound delivery. Outbound delivery for consumption, inbound delivery for receiving the stock.
Can we see both?
Yes, we can see. So first we are discussing the topic which we are discussing is advanced production integration.
Okay, good. And one last question. This QM integration and PP integration are in the basic license?
No, they are advanced, I guess.
Both?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Then it will be in that case, I think it should be managed with inbound and the outbound orders, I guess.
But still, you have the PSA and the production master data, right?
Yes, I'm just asking that if we don't have if we have the basic license, with that it's enough for
With
execute the
basic license
PMR.
also, you cannot run your delivery-based production integration. So for that also, you need to activate few BC sets related to production integration.
Ah, okay.
Okay. So we are going to create the materials, finished goods, as well as the components. Okay, I'm coming from the existing material. Okay, so this time I'm going to extend basic data, sales view, purchasing, MRP, all views, work scheduling, accounting views, and costing views. So RN raw material. Okay, COMP component 1 RN99. Okay, so I'll give all the mandatory data. Yes. So this is my raw material 1. I'll copy another raw material. And this will be my component 2. Yes. Next, I'm going to create the FG material now. Enter. FG01. Enter. I want to receive in AFS storage location. So for the FG material, my receiving storage location would be AFS. This is one I am assigning here. Next, now we need to create the BOM. Okay, so to create the BOM, the T code is CS01. Okay, my finished goods is 60085. I need to enter my plant. My BOM usage will be 1, which is production. Can you tell me for kitting which BOM we need to use? We have already discussed that.
I remember it was 5, right? Or
Yes,
no?
you're right. You're right. It is 5. Hit enter. My item category will be L, stock item, and I need to enter my components. For example, I want to in order to manufacture one material of the finished goods, I need to consume 2 each. Save it. BOM is created. This is my BOM. Next,
in some part of the boom, you decide how much quantity are you going to create with those consumption in the boom that for get the 85.
I didn't get you.
Yeah, for consumption, you say that you're going to receive, you're going to consume 2 inches, right? For both
Yes.
material, but
Yes.
then you're going to have one. Where did you put that?
In the header data. This is the
Okay,
base
which
quantity.
quantity one? Okay, good. Thank
Yeah.
you. I didn't see that. Yeah.
Okay. Next, after creating the BOM, you need to create the PSA. This PSA, we are going to create in S4 and then we are going to replicate in EWM, the same one. Okay. So first, the T code to create the production supply area is PK05. Okay. Give the plant. Here, there is already one PSA over here. So I'll copy this RN99. My PSA is PSA RN99. Storage location. Where will I, what is the storage location in which type I perform the staging? The storage location is AFS. Okay. This responsible is again PP master data. They will assign.
Okay.
All these required details. Okay. I'm just maintaining the mandatory details. Factory calendar, again, this is a PP configuration. So meaning all this configuration from here to here, all these configurations need to be done by PP consultant and EWM consultant both, but majority will be with the PP ones.
Okay.
Okay. Till control cycle for components creation. Okay. So this is my PSA. I'll copy my PSA and put it here. Hit enter and save it. So next, after creating the PSA, you need to create the work center. Okay, to create the work center, the T code is CR01. Here, give a name for your work center, WCRN99. Work center category. Again, this is the PP configuration. They need to select the appropriate category and select the standard one. Hit enter. Or what I'll do is this time I'll just copy from the existing one, RN99. Okay, I will copy default values and all everything. Click on copy. You need to maintain the description. Again, all these are PP related data. Here, the important thing which you need to remember is you need to apply your or assign your PSA which you have created. This one. Okay.
So this work center is, well, I don't know, but then these both activities, the creation of PSA and the work center looks like something related with PP, but this work center is different. Yes.
Yes, this is different with the EWM work center. It is nowhere related
exactly
to
that. Okay, that was my point. Thank you.
Yes. And make sure your usage is 009, all task list types. Okay. My WC is created. Next, you create the routing. To create the routing, the transaction code is CS01. What you will maintain? The details which are needs to be maintained in the routing are, you need to first create this routing for your main thing. You need to maintain this routing for your finished goods, not the components. Okay, people always gets confused to which material we need to create this. Okay. Can you tell me what for which material we create the BOM?
For the finished good.
Exactly. And routing also for the finished goods.
Okay.
Give my material plant. Why we need to maintain it for finished goods, that I'm going to show you now. Okay, but just remember that routing needs to be created for the finished material. Okay. Okay, remove this group. just maintain your material plant, hit enter. Here, enter it. This the same plant is copied here. Maintain the usage. Usage is production. Overall status, release general. Okay. Lot size, minimum lot size is 1. Scroll down. And here, do we have anything which we need to maintain? No. Next is operations. Here, you need to maintain the operations. In which work center you are performing the manufacturing, you need to maintain the work center over here. WC RA99 is our work center. And what is the control key? So I'm using the standard control key. I think it is PP01. PP01. Let me check what are the configurations in PP01, detailed information. So in PP01, okay, fine, continue. Next, this is not required. Description, maintain the description. Here, this routing is nothing but you maintain the operations for this routing. So in order to, for example, if you are manufacturing some car, okay. So for that, first operation 1, step by step. What is the step 1? You need to clean the spare parts, and after that, what is step 2? You need to perform oiling, and then step 3, you make the assembly. Step 4, you again perform any VAS activities or something like covering or labeling or painting. So that is routing. Understood? This routing is nothing but you maintain the steps in order to manufacture that finished material. Okay. So for now, I'm just maintaining only one operation, which is complete production. This is the open text. Okay.
Okay, good.
Save it.
This I know if this is part of when you see the status of the work order or process order, you see that it was released or complete or blocked. This is related or is different?
Work order, I'll show you.
Process order.
Yeah,
Okay,
production order. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to release the production order. Yeah. Next,
which is sorry. Sometimes I use process order. I mean, I said process order and other production order. So there are some kind of difference between them.
Yes. So we are going to discuss in the next coming class. So for now, we are discussing about production order.
Okay.
So,
and so this is production order.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Process order is also same, but these nomenclature will be different. But overall, the master data and the execution part will remain same.
Okay. Good.
Okay. So it is all same. If I have explained production order, then you from EWM side, it is just the PMR. Whether it is production order or process order, it will just be the PMR. You perform the staging and perform the consumption. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. So next is you maintain the production scheduling profile and production version in work scheduling view. So this is done for finished material. Okay. So what is our finished material? 6all085. We have already maintained the work scheduling view. Here, I need to maintain the production scheduling profile. Okay, I'm maintaining the production scheduling profile. This is already maintained, in which the finished goods are received. Okay, and I need to maintain the production version. Maintain some entry here. For example, PV01 version 1. Give your validity date and then click on continue. Click on details. Next, minimum lot size 1. give the maximum lot size as all lines. Here you need to maintain a routing and select the routing which you have created. This is the one. Or you also have this 51067. Yes, this is the one. Here in work scheduling view, we actually maintain or group this routing and BOM in the material, in the finished goods. Okay, in finished goods, in work scheduling view, we actually bundle this routing and BOM. Okay, so I'm selecting my BOM. This is the BOM, and then that's it. Click on check. Task list exists, BOM exists. Click on OK. Now it is green. Earlier it was yellow traffic light. So you need to make sure that these two are green. Otherwise you will get errors. Click on continue.
Okay.
Click on continue and then save it. This is also done. Next, you maintain the control cycle for components. The T code to maintain the control cycle for components is LPK1. What is our component? 6 all zeros 83. Maintain your plant, select your PSA. Our PSA is PSA RN99. Hit enter. Here you maintain. This is important again. These are the components. How you would like to perform the staging for these components. Select. We have many options. You need to, if you are working with EWM, you need to select EWM staging.
Okay.
Meaning you are going to stage this products in EWM. EWM is going to take care about the staging. So we need to select option 5.
Okay.
Okay. What is the source? Source. I'm storing this in.
Sorry, it doesn't matter if you work with PMR or outbound or inbound orders, so it will be 5 in staging indicator.
In S4, it will be 5. In EWM, we are going to maintain the bin specific staging. How it is going to be staged, whether it is single order, cross order, or not relevant for staging. In EWM, we are going to again maintain this entry specifically in the bin specific.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So here the main thing you need to maintain is the destination and the source. Destination AFS storage location. Source will also be AFS storage location, because in my AFS storage location itself, I am producing the finished material. Okay, that is why I maintained source and destination as same.
Okay.
Click on.
So in destination bit, you do put nothing.
This is WM relevant. This is not EWM relevant.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay. So here we are getting error that this material is not maintained in AFS. Okay, so we'll maintain this in AFS storage location first. This is my material AFS. I'm extending it to AFS storage location. Save it. I also need to extend other ones as well. AFS. Save it. Let me hit enter. No. Indicator will be 5. Storage location AFS. Hit enter. Save it. For other component as well, we need to maintain the control cycle. Indicator 5, storage location AFS. Save it. Done. Control cycle we need to maintain for components. It is done. So from S4, the configuration is complete. This is S4 configuration. And this is EWM configuration. Okay. So now that we have maintained all this configuration. So in order to produce the finished material, we need to have components, the stock of components available in our storage location, correct?
Yeah.
So for that, first let's maintain or add the stock. Okay, I'm going to use the same purchase order.
Yeah, most of the steps that you showed me, looks like there's a lot of PP things, and then the EWM maybe was in the control cycle for components, or what is the topic that EWM need to attend? from 7 those.
Yes. So these are all
Okay,
the
good.
configurations which are yet to be performed.
Okay, good.
Okay. So this is the first step now we are performing in EWM.
Okay, good.
Okay. So first let me add these dots. These two are the components. For example, 1000. And obviously I need to maintain the confirmations for these two components. I'll receive 100 eaches in ROD, distribute to EWM. And before I perform all the activities, let me also maintain the indicators in MAT1 so that I can make use of the strategies configured for my components. I'm going to create it, maintain the indicators for put away. I'm going to put it away in ST01 and I'll use pick as my indicator. This I'm going to put away in ST02 and pick. Done. For this, it is not required. We are just producing this material, right? So it's fine.
Can you come back to the master data?
Mm-hmm.
The MAT one, sorry. Yeah.
This one?
So no. Go. I was on, if you go to the last tab. No, the last tab. Warehouse data. The next one. Yeah.
Yes.
That is for replenishment, right?
Correct.
We haven't seen anything about that.
Yes, we are going to discuss the.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have maintained the MAT1 indicators related to put away and stock removal in MAT1. Next, we need to replicate the PSA. Okay, so instead of creating one more PSA and assigning or mapping that PSA to S4, here we have already created a PSA, right? So what we are going to do is we are directly going to pull this PSA into EWM.
Okay.
Rather than creating a new PSA in EWM and mapping it to this PSA. Okay. That facility is also there, but we are. I'll show you that as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So for that, in order to maintain the PSA, you need to go to easy access. Under SCM EWM, under master data, in production supply area. See, here we can maintain our PSA. Okay. So this is somehow created. Maybe there is some job or something. Let me delete which we have created. Okay. So here in this T code, we can actually maintain or define the PSA in EWM. Okay.
Okay.
Next is you define it, and the mapping shall be done in interfaces. ERP integration. Here you map the PSA. Okay. Here you maintain the PSA in ERP, maintain the ERP system, maintain the plant, and then you map it. This is how you map it. Or if you want to perform the creation and mapping both at a time by pulling the PSA from S4, then we have this transaction code, replicate PSA. Okay. Here what are the entries needed? Give your warehouse number, select your party entitled dispose. Okay. Maintain the plant RN99 and give the storage location and give your PSA in S4. Okay. Select the entry, create entries, and then click on execute. See, system has pulled the PSA which we have created in S4.
Okay.
Select that entry and then click on execute. That's it. PSA is created. Now, if you go back and check in master data, you have PSA. See, this one, sorry, not this one, this one. Here it is created, and at the same time, if you go to interfaces, go to our, this one. Mapping is also done automatically. You can see this.
Yes.
This is our EWM PSA. This is our S4 PSA. These two are mapped. Here our warehouse is visible, RN99.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. These three are done. Next step is we need to tell the system how these components need to be staged. So in the beginning of the class, I told you that we are first going to see the single order staging. So whether that component should be single order staging or cross order staging, that configuration is actually, that setting is actually set in this T code. SCWM PSA stage. Okay, that is, it is under master data, PSA, you have SCWM PSA stage. Here you maintain your entry. Double click on it, click on new entry, select your party entitled to dispose, select your PSA. This is our PSA, PSA RN99. Product group, this we are going to discuss when we are covering cross order staging. Okay, for now I'm keeping it blank and I'm maintaining my product. For which product I want to perform the single order staging. Copy this, enter the component, and here you need to maintain the PSA bin. Okay. So in order to select this bin, first you need to make sure whether your storage type is created. Storage type and storage bin.
Okay. Yeah.
So in SPRO under EWM, you have master data. Here you maintain the storage type first for the production. In our warehouse RN99. This is the standard production supply storage type provided by SAP. When you copy from standard warehouse, this storage type 1000 is copied. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I have done is I have already copied this 1000 to this storage type PROD. This is what I have already copied. And for the storage type, I have maintained the bin. I have created the bin LS03. See, under storage type PROD, this bin is already created. Prod minus 01. Okay.
Yes.
So this storage bin I'm going to select here.
Okay.
What is your storage type? PROD. Click on execute. This is the bin. Okay.
Okay. So we can say that when we stage that material is gonna be moved to that production line.
No, the thing is, in EWM, we have maintained a PSA, correct?
Yes.
This is warehouse, for example. This is my PSA, and again, this is the production supply. Okay. In our warehouse, what we are doing is, this is my warehouse.
Yeah.
In warehouse itself, I am performing the production. This is my PSA. And this is these are my storage types where I am placing all the components.
Yes.
Okay. These are my ST01. Let me select any other. Yeah, here are my storage types, final storage types. Here my components are placed. These are all my storage types. Okay. So I'm picking this stock and put it away in this pipe. This is my PSA. And this is my prod, where actual productions happens. Okay. In my configuration, what I have maintained is this entire storage location is AFS. I'm storing my goods in AFS as well as I'm producing in AFS. And my
Okay.
PSA is also in AFS.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is this PSA? This PSA is nothing but PROD 01.
Okay.
The name of the PSA is PSA RN99. Okay.
Okay.
For
But
in EWM, every location is a bin. So for that, we have created PROD as a storage type, and then we have created a bin as PROD -01.
Okay. But then what happen if I have several production lines and I'm gonna use the same material in different PSAs or production line.
Yes, you can do that. You can create multiple PSAs here,
Okay.
assign that PSA to the storage bin, and
Uh-huh.
each material, for example, in PSA 1, you want that material to be single order staging. In PSA 2, if you want to make it cross order staging, that is possible.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe when we see it, I can understand better.
Yes. Here,
Okay.
in this SCWM PSA stage, we are mapping this PSA to the bin. This is point number 1. And next thing is, we are telling the system that this product is going to be follow this staging method.
Okay.
Here we are selecting single order staging.
The other grid part and which other was?
We have create part, we have single order, we have cross order, we have not relevant for staging.
Okay. What is the meaning of the 1 and 2?
One is like create part is nothing but like in production, for example, if you are manufacturing cars, you need nuts and bolts and screws, right?
Huh?
So there will be a crate in that you actually place all the screws in that. So these crates are like staged in bulk to the production supply area, because these nuts and screws are consumed by all the cars, right? It is not relevant to any specific production order.
Okay.
Okay. So for that,
Yeah.
this crate part actually is staged with the help of replenishment method, not by the production order. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So for this, I'm telling the system that I want to perform the staging for this product as single order staging. This quantity classification type, I'll explain you later. But for now, I'm selecting no quantity classification.
Okay.
Next, what is the WPT you want to follow while performing the staging? There is a standard WPT 2100 SAP standard WPT. If I open this WPT, so this is a normal WPT for which the process category is 2, which is stock removal. Okay. And the activity is pick, because you are picking the stock from the source material and placing it on the PSA. So the activity will be pick, and rest of things are empty. So this is the WPT which we are going to use to perform the staging. Okay. So this WPT we are assigning here. This clear PSA again we are going to discuss later. That is why I'm keeping it blank. Save it. One entry is selected. We have 2 components, right? So I'll create one more entry. Cannot copy this. Yes. Done. So here, if you can see, I'm going to stage these 2 components as single order staging. This is my PSA bin, and this is my PSA. Done. So we have maintained this PSA stage entries. Next, in EWM,
Is there a massive way to add those PSAs to the previous step? Yeah.
what you can do is you can maintain product group. Okay. So this you can maintain product group and assign to the product in mat1, and then here you can maintain only one entry product group, PSA product group storage bin.
Okay, it's pretty much similar than the QM. No,
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Inspection group.
That's what you said that we're going to see later.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Next is since we are performing, like once we create the production order in S4, it is getting distributed to EWM, and it is getting it is creating PMR document, right? So for that, first we need to make sure whether the configurations related to PMR are in place or not. So what are the configurations related to PMR? We have document types, we have item types, and we have other related configurations. Okay. So for that, SAP has given a standard BC set, SAWM PMR star. How to check that BC set? Go to SCPR20. Okay. Here you can check all the BC sets related to EWM. The one which I'm going to check is related to PMR. SAWM PMR star F4. These are all the BC sets. Okay. Activation log. It was already activated earlier on 13/12. Okay. So what does this BC set contain? Select the appropriate BC set and click on overall view. Here, quantity offsetting profile, and you have the system profile. All the profiles related things are getting activated in this BC set. Basically, when during the implementation project, the basis team will activate all these BC sets for you. We did not activate this, but we need to make sure when we are implementing the PMR, or we are checking the integration, we need to check whether this BC set is activated or not. How to check?
Okay.
Enter the BC set and click on activation log.
Okay.
This one.
We only need the PMR header, or we need to activate the other three?
You need to activate all this. I have shown as example. Okay. Next is ERP EWM interfaces. In SPRO, check the interfaces. So we are working with so first thing, we have activated this BC set, right? First we need to check whether all the configurations are there in EWM or not. So where to check? Under EWM, under goods issue process, you have PMR. Under PMR, you have defined document types. So when you activate those BC sets, all these will be generated in the configuration.
Okay.
Document type is PMR, document category is PWR. These are all the action profiles which I have just seen in the header. Date profiles, quantity offsetting profiles, and all. Next, define item type for production. There are 4 or 5 item types. PCCO is used for cross order. PCC P is for crate parts. PCNS is again for cross order, and PCSO for single order. These are the document types and document category and item category for this item types. All these are already, like, once you activate the BC sets, all these entries will be populated here automatically. You need not change anything here. These are the allowed item types for the document type. In PMR, you can configure all these item types. Batch management related configuration can also be done here. The same thing, selection criteria for the restricted batch. Next, once these BC sets are activated, check the interfaces. EWM.
So in the previous step, if we have materials handled with batches, we need to update that.
Not required unless until if you
Okay.
want to receive or consume restricted batches, that setting is required.
Okay.
Okay. Under ERP integration, you have production. So here you map the S4 document type to the EWM document type. Okay.
Yeah.
What are the entries needed? I think I already maintained one. So what I maintained, if my order type is, if my production order type is PP01, in that case, in my warehouse RN99, my document type will be PMR. That is the entry maintained for my warehouse. This is for document type. Next is for item type. How is my item type determined in EWM? I'll go to my warehouse RN99. So in my warehouse, if my item category CMP is there in production order, okay, and my order type is PP01, in that case, in my warehouse RN99, my document type, in my document type PMR, item type PCSO is determined. PCSO is single order.
Okay.
Okay.
In which part I can see which order type is created? Because in the second column you is PI01. So I think there are several order types.
Yes, you can map several order types. For example, if you are working with process manufacturing, so for process it is PI01. Okay. So in EWM it is anyways PMR. So you can also map that PI01 to PMR here.
Okay.
See, for example, this is the end. PI01 in
Okay,
S4 item category. It is always PMR. The document type.
Okay.
Item type will be changing based on the staging, whether you want single, cross, or crate.
Okay.
Okay.
It's pretty much similar to the IMB and now would be, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Next, WPT definition was 2100. Okay. So how are you going to determine that 2100 WPT in cross process setting in WPT? This we already seen, right? In define WPT in my warehouse RN99 2100. This is with this WPT we are going to perform the staging, and this is the WPT in which it is going to determine in PMR. How it is getting determined? Double 2100. Here it is. Or let me check with process type and warehouse number. RN99. See, in my warehouse RN99, if my document type is PMR and if my item type is PCSO, single order staging, then process type 2100 is determined. Okay. This is how you determine. Next is you create the PSA. This we have already seen. Here directly we are replicating the PSA, right? So this is not required. Configuration is done. Can we take a 5 minutes break and come back?
Yes, yes. Good.
After the break, we'll try to execute one. We'll create a production order and execute the testings.
Good.
Yeah. Rohit, you back?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So now we'll try to run the test data. Okay. So to create the production order, the T code is CO01. Okay. Here you need to give the finished material. What is the FG? This one.
85.
And order type is PP01. Hit enter. Okay. How much quantity you want to manufacture? How much quantity you need to produce? You want to produce. Hit enter. Give one. Hit enter. This is again something related to the production guide. So I'm just selecting current date. Once I enter current date, the start and end date will be populated based on some configuration in scheduling. Okay. So you need not bother about that. The thing is, once you enter the quantity, check the components. Did it read the components or not? So we have maintained the BOM, right? So based on the BOM, it should identify the quantity.
Okay.
Okay, we have maintained this in BOM, right? So the same was determined now. So for one each of this FG, two eaches of these components are required, and it is going to be staged from AFS. This is the staging storage location. Okay, if you go to header and click on goods receipt, this is the storage location where we are going to receive the final finished goods. This we are maintaining material master for FG in work scheduling view, if you have remember. So that is how the storage location is getting determined.
Yes.
Next is assignment. Here you see all these details of the production plant. What is the production version we have maintained, and a reservation is created. Okay, if you are creating with reference to a sales order, then here you see the sales order reference. Okay, next is all these are again PP related thing, and production scheduling profile which we have maintained in material master. Again, it is getting determined here from the material master. And here, this is the routing which you are maintained in work scheduling. This is the routing which got determined, and this is the BOM which we have created. And here you see who has created the production order in administration. Next is the item. Here you see how much quantity is being produced for this production order, and what is the material number. That's it. So let me click on save. This is just a warning message. I'm clicking on yes. Order is created. Now I'll go to change. Let me see. Try to click on WM staging. Materials have not been staged. Click on simulate. Requirement quantity is 2. Already requested. Okay, no issues. So after I created the production order, let me release it. Profit center not maintained for this production order. So profit center needs to be maintained. Cancel. Here I'll maintain some profit center. Now let me try to release. Done. Release was carried out. And after this, log. Check the log. There are no error messages. Okay. Click on save. This is just a warning message. Save it. Done. Now let us check if my PMR is created. What is the P code for PMR? SAWM PMR. And my manufacturing order is this one. Save it. It is not created. Let me check if it is stuck in queue. Not yet. So after releasing, I'll have to execute this material staging. How? Open the production order in change mode, perform the release. After that, in go-to, you have WM staging. Click on WM staging. Here you can simulate, execute, display, or cancel. I'm directly executing the stage. Click on WM staging, executed without errors. Done. Material staging was executed successfully. Save it. Done. Now let's see if my PMR is created. You see, PMR is created now. Did you understand the process?
Yes.
First, we create the production order. After that, we verify all the details, and then you perform the release, and after that you perform the WM staging.
But then that part was done automatically since the production order, or can be done separately?
Sorry, which one?
No, yeah, so for now that action should be performed by
the PP guy, the production
Okay.
supervisor. He will create the order and he will release the order.
Okay. So after doing that, it will trigger automatically to EWM.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Once you click this button here in go to WM staging, execute, it will send this order to EWM for further processing in the form of PMR.
Okay.
Okay. This is my PMR document and this is my production order document.
Yes.
Okay. Here in item level, or first we'll go to header. In header, in form view, my document type is PWR, the document category is PWR, and my document type is PMR.
Okay. For the production order and the PMR, we can have the same document number like the inbound and outbound delivery, or not?
No, I don't think we have that option. Let me check.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, let me check one minute. In goods issue process, in PMR. No, we don't have that option.
Okay. And then my last question will be, if I have 5 production order, but instead of releasing each by each, so we can group like using like if let me put
I
it
understood.
another way.
I understood.
Okay.
So instead of releasing production order one by one, is there any way to release all the production orders at a time? Correct?
Yeah, and then
there
move
is
for instead of 1, 10.
Understood.
All the okay, good.
So there is a configuration in PP. Like once you once you create the production order and save it, it will automatically release it. You need not release it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So there is a configuration for that. I think it is in production scheduling profile.
Okay, good.
Okay. So in the header, this is my document type which got determined, and this is my production order number. This is my warehouse, and this is my finished product which I'm going to manufacture with reference to the production order. Who has created this? And in the item level, this is my finished product 60085, and how much quantity I'm going to produce? 1 each. As you can see, this is not relevant for staging because we are going to produce this, right? So obviously,
Yes.
the staging method is not relevant. Next, if I open this in form view, you can see one quantity is being produced. And if I scroll down, there is no WPT defined for this, obviously, right? This is the outbound component.
Yeah.
Next, these two are my components. Okay, the raw materials for which I'm going to perform the staging. So in form view, this is my component. This is the quantity I need to stage it. And this is the component number again. This is the reservation number. And this is the operation. You remember this operation? I have maintained complete production in
In the yes, you put it in
routing.
Yes.
Okay. Here, this is my ERP work center, WC RN99. This one you have created in S4. Next, this is the goods movement bin, PROD -1. Here we have created the bin, right? So this is the bin in which the consumption will happen. This is my WPT which got determined, 2100. This is the stock type which we need to perform the staging. And this is the owner of the stock. And one more thing, here is the PSA in which we perform the staging. This is the PSA name. Next is the staging method. You have configured as staging method 3, right? Single order staging. Next is item category and item type determination. The same things are determined for the other component as well. You can see. Done. If I click on edit mode, I can only change the WPT. No other things are allowed to change. This is one more point to remember when you are working in AMS projects. Okay.
Yeah.
So my production order is ready. Now I need to stage it. So in order to stage in EWM, there is a transaction called SCWM stage. Okay. Go to this transaction code, give your warehouse number, give your manufacturing order number. Or you can either give your finished product. You have the selection criteria. I'm directly giving the manufacturing order and just keep it as 2023 because this is something related to scheduling of this dates and time, production date and time. So I'm just giving the future date to determine.
So the previous can you go back to the other screen? So it's like a report on purpose.
Which one? This one?
It was not the one. Yeah, that one. It's just to see the PMR.
No. This is best before date. If you are using any batch, in that case, you will see this best before date and expiration date. And these production dates come from S4.
Yeah, but it's okay. So I was wondering about the PMR. So maintain PR. This ticket is for you can perform something or
no, we can't perform anything. If you want to display this document and if you want to make any changes in the WPT, then you need to come here and change it in the edit. Otherwise, you don't perform anything here. You don't have all of
that. Okay, good.
Yeah. So in SCWM stage, enter your manufacturing order number, give the time period for the requirement. And if you want to just simulate it, activate this test mode and then execute. See if the task is creating or not. No, it is not creating. All staging proposals are not created. Why? Is my stock in place? Yes. So I need to maintain the strategies for it. That I missed out. So we are using 2100 WPT, right? So for that, we need to maintain the strategies.
Okay.
Determine stock removal. I'll go to my warehouse RN99. Here there is no strategy maintained. That is why we are getting the error. I'll copy this in my warehouse RN99. If my product finished goods has pick indicator as PICK. And what is this? This is the WPT. My WPT is 2100, staging WPT. Then it should select pick as my stock removal subsequence. Save it. A removal indicator and WPT. That should be activated here. RN99. Removal indicator and WPT. It is already there. So now let me come to this T code again and see if it is working. I'll activate this test mode and execute. All staging proposals are 0. No staging required. Why it is not pulling the stock? Let me check if my components are available stock. Oh, where is the stock? Okay, this is the issue. Let me check the inbound delivery for these components. Yes, this is the inbound delivery. Okay, so we haven't performed the we haven't received the stock in EWM for these components.
Okay.
Got it right. So
Yes.
we need to perform the goods receipt and put it out. Stock is now in EWM. Let me check if it is reflecting in S4. It is in unrestricted. Component 1. And what about component 2? It should also be in unrestricted. Now the stock is available. Let's try to stage again. Click on execute. It is again not reading the stock. Oh God. Single order staging. I'll go to SLG1 and check. Okay, yeah. Let me give this blank and see. It's not pulling. Stock is lying in ST01 and ST02. And Let me try to perform this sort and see. Okay, so let's see this in the next class. I'll see what happened in the background and then I'll explain you the next class. So Rogelio, when shall we have the next class?
I was thinking that to test Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday could be if it's good for you, and then I can go back with some doubts or checking some videos. It's okay for you?
So when shall we have the next class in that case?
So
Okay,
I can
no
test.
problem.
Okay,
No problem.
thank you.
Yeah. So Ravi,